Hi Capricorn, welcome to March 2017. March is a very dynamic month. That's because Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, abundance, attraction, magnetism, relationships, contracts, what you love and value, she's taking her turn to reverse. Now this does happen every 18 to 19 months. However, it is a rare occurrence, and when it occurs, it is important to not sign a contract, not move. For you, it brings the action to your foundation, where you live, your inner being, how you nurture yourself, how you support yourself, how you take care of yourself. And so this is a time for you to reflect on where you're living, who you're living with, how you are building your reservoirs, your emotional reservoirs, your physical reservoirs, your spiritual and financial, and so on. So it's a time to look at what you do to build strength within self, within your life, within your family, who you're living with, where you're living. However, it's not time to take action. The best time to take action will be in the second half of April and May. That's because Venus rules contracts and relationships, and when she's retrograde, we're not in the best position to know what we want, or what we want while she's retrograde, we may not want once she moves direct. Mercury is also going to go retrograde in April. So Mercury and Venus are going to be retrograde in April, and that is not the best time to make any decisions about where you live, taking a new job, buying a new house, renting a new apartment. All of these things would be best, if you can, to wait until late April or the second half of April, when Venus is direct and Mercury moves direct. And I'll be back in March to give you those exact dates. So there's a really big focus going on for you in the area of your foundation this month, with Venus in reverse there. And this is a time for you to reflect on, how you can make your home more beautiful, or do you want to move? For some of you, you may want to move, and do your homework with Venus retrograde, but don't take action until the second half of April or May, and that, you will find, is where everything just lines up, and you're in the flow, and it's synchronicity. And right now is the time to really be with self, love yourself, empower yourself, do what empowers you, but don't be in a hurry to take action at this time. Now, it is a good month for the Capricorns, and Mars is in positive energy flow with Saturn on March 5th. And then he moves into Taurus, your sister sign, on March 9th. And so you can find that, you're doing really well this month. And yeah, Venus has taken her turn to retrograde, and you are thinking about things. You're thinking about relationships. You're thinking about, where you live, and maybe how you could upgrade where you live or move to a new place. However, you're feeling strong this month. And with Mars, the planet of action, energy, desire, ego drive, physical energy, in your sister sign, and a fun area of your chart, it's the area of creative self-expression, true love, romance. And so for some of you, you may want to be, going after someone you're attracted to. The challenge is Venus is retrograde. And with Venus retrograde, it is not the time to start a new relationship. Now, if you're going after someone who you've already had a relationship with, that's different. I'm talking about new people, new relationship. And, you know, whether you're a female or a male, you know, go after what you want, right? And so with Venus, it's about receiving what we want. So it's a balance of the energies we seek. We want to be balanced in our male and female energies. And with the Venus, it's about attraction, attracting abundance, attracting love. With Mars, it's about going after it. You have to have a combination of both to be successful, right? You know, we want to be able to, you know, meditate and visualize what we want, but we also want to be able to, you know, go after that job or let that person know we like them. And so with Mars in this place, it's a very fun place, and it pours positive energy into any planets you have in Capricorn. Your sun, your rising, your moon. And of course, all of my forecasts are for the sun in Capricorn, the moon in Capricorn, rising Capricorn, or anyone with a strong Capricorn energy in their natal birth chart. So with Mars and Taurus, you're going to love it, because that is supporting you and empowering you, and you know, you can feel like you are accomplishing things. You're just waiting on the big decisions is what I would like to see you do, right? Is that you wait on, you know, purchasing something for the house, or purchasing a new house. The reason is because when Venus is retrograde, what we like or are attracted to, you may not be attracted to once she goes direct. You can buy a couch, and then, you know, when she goes direct in April, you can be looking at the couch and just saying, oh, that thing is ugly. I don't know what I was thinking. And so if you just wait on big purchases and big decisions, you'll be glad you did. Now, daylight savings time begins March 12th in the States. Yippee! And you have the Virgo full moon on March 12th. Virgo is another sister sign for you. And this is positive energy for the Capricorns. Whenever planets go into Taurus or Virgo, they form a harmonious energy flow with you, a trine. And with the sun in Pisces, that's sextiles, Capricorn. Another positive energy for you, and sextiles create opportunities. And so, you know, this full moon for you is pretty good shape for you. Now Saturn, your ruling planet, is making a powerful T-square to the full moon in Virgo with the sun in Pisces. And so you may have a lot to say to people, or you may be feeling compelled to tell them what to do, or compelled to tell them what they're doing wrong. And, you know, so be aware of that you may be feeling like you need to tell so-and-so, you know, XYZ. And, you know, just be aware that, you know, when you're generous, it creates instant good karma for you. So just because you know someone's doing something wrong doesn't mean you have to say it, right? Is you could be generous and allow us to not be perfect, to not get every detail perfect or get everything right. You could allow us to be imperfect. And by doing that, that generosity creates good karma for you. And I'd rather have good karma than correct people. And so, you know, you could really accrue good karma this month, because Virgo trines you, Mars is in Taurus, and Pisces sextiles you. And so you have the opportunity here to really take the high road and be in a strong position and be generous with others, be kind with others, and all of that good karma accrues for you and comes back to you instantly, given the energies, because this is a month where we're getting a major wave of energy. We're going to get 4 of them this year. 1 in March, 1 in June, 1 in September, and 1 in December. And these waves of energy are as powerful as the 12-12-12, December 12, 2012. And I remember that energy because I watched it with my numbers and how many more people were following astrology or spirituality after December 12th. And so it was a big wave of energy that woke a lot of people up. And these waves of energy are going to do the same thing. This is a powerful year where people are waking up and they're taking their power back and they're speaking their truth and they're doing what's right for them. The age of Aquarius is the age of empowerment, and you are the forerunners of Aquarius. And so there's going to be a big wave of energy in here in March, and it's going to raise your vibration. And the challenge with the vibrational increase I find is, you know, my spiritual body's ready to go, yippee, let's go. My mental body, yahoo. Emotional body, yippee, right on. But then the physical body's like, oh, I'm tired. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Or I'm this, I'm that. You know, and so the physical body is what is the last to move into the higher vibration. And that's why it's so important for you this month to take good care of yourself, because you have such a big focus in the area of your foundation. And, you know, so there's going to be this huge step up of energy this month, raising your vibration, expanding consciousness, and that's a good thing. Now, this full moon in Virgo is really intense, and it's square in the sun, and that'll go exact on March 17th. And so, you know, for you, you're in a strong position, and you're going to be feeling like you want to tell people, you know, you want to tell them the truth. You know, maybe less is more for you this month. Like, you know, it's not that you have to tell us the truth. It may be that you're to allow us to find that truth for ourselves, and that you could role model to us a great example of how to be perfect, or how to be perfect in videos, or how to be perfect as a speaker, or how to be perfect as a communicator, or how to be perfect as a teacher, or a role model, or, you know, whatever you're feeling compelled to help others with. And so, you know, it is a T-square, which is compelling and challenging. And for you, it is in the area of communication. It's in the area of, you know, speaking, writing, teaching, as well as higher consciousness, talking to the masses worldwide. And so, you know, you may really be feeling this compelling drive to tell others what you think and feel, and that's great, you know, but just make sure that, you know, you're walking your talk, and that, you know, actions do speak louder than words. And you're going to get a lot more honey and sugar if you're being generous, if you're, you know, allowing others to be wrong or make mistakes or flub up or you know, not be perfect, right? And so, you know, because with the Virgo energy, it's all, you know, we're always trying to get it right. We're always trying to be perfect. We're always trying to get it right. And you can't all the time. You just can't. And so the perfection lies in the imperfection. So your perfection lies in your imperfection. And I think that's a really important message here for the Capricorns this month, because you're in such a strong position. You're in a stronger position than most of the other signs, and it really does give you the upper hand. And so you want to be using that butter knife, not a sledgehammer, when you're, you know, nailing things. And, you know, is you're going to be right, and that's true. However, if you're being generous and kind, you're going to find that there's good karma coming to you. And I'd rather have the good karma than be right. And so it's up to you. Now, this is a very dynamic month. Mercury enters Aries on the 13th. So Mercury is flying forward this month. He is, you know, on the move. He won't slow down till April. And that's going to be an interesting dynamic with Mercury and Venus retrograde the first part of April during tax season in the States. And so right now, the sun will enter Aries on March 20th. And you have happy spring, yay, in the Northern Hemisphere. And happy fall in the Southern Hemisphere, my beautiful Aussies, New Zealand, Argentina, South Africa, way South America, Brazil, wherever you are. And it's also International Astrology Day. And that's because in Western astrology, we base our system on the day the sun enters Aries. It's not based on the fixed stars. That's why there is no 13th sign and there never will be a 14th sign, because it's based on the day the sun enters Aries. That's our Happy New Year. That's the first day of our calendar. And that's why it's International Astrology Day on the 20th. And then you have the Aries new moon on the 27th. Now, I love this new moon. The sun and the moon are coupled together in Aries at 7 degrees, 37 minutes with Venus. And when Venus is coupled with the moon, it's a love festival. And the sun, it's so beautiful. And this is in that area of your foundation. And so, again, we have a big focus for you with what's going on the inner with you, what's going on in your inner being as well as your home. And so you may find that, you know, your social appetite really shifts by this time of the month, where you really do want to do what feeds your soul, and you may want to be home more. You may find that being home is so comfortable and absolutely right for you, and that you are feeling just empowered by, you know, nurturing music and colors and cooking and just doing things that empower you and make you feel good. It's a lovely energy. And there's no challenging aspects to the Aries new moon. It is, the moon is going to have to face off with Pluto and then Uranus, and then the sun will have to do that as well. However, at the new moon, it's just Venus that's with the sun and the moon. And so, you know, again, we're back at, you could be really thinking about, you know, where you're living and do you want to move, and, you know, do you want to upgrade where you're living? Maybe you want to add an addition on or do something to the house, right? Or maybe you want to paint your apartment, you know, and wait till the middle of next month to get any paint or anything you think you want, because the colors you choose right now you could dislike by the end of April, and then you got to paint again. So you can be looking at things, do your homework, research what's out there, research the market, research the area that you're thinking about moving to. It's fabulous to do that. Just wait before you take action, and then you'll find that you're in a really good position. And this is a very intuitive month as well, because with the Pisces and the Virgo, it's all about balancing the intuition with logic. And then with the Aries new moon, it's about trusting your intuition, right? And, you know, with the Venus retrograde, you can be finding that people from your past are coming back, people, you know, friends or family you haven't talked to in a while, you could be reconnecting with. And that's appropriate with Venus retrograde. With Venus retrograde, it's a great energy to reconnect with people from your past and, you know, either initiate a new beginning or maybe have a conversation and complete something. It's a really good energy for completing things. Not the time to start a new relationship. Not the time to take a new job. Not the time to sign a contract or, you know, move. That will come at the end of next month, and May for you would be a most excellent time for you to do that. On March 30th, Jupiter is going to square Pluto. Jupiter brings the action to your profession in the world, your destiny in the world, what you do in the world. And it's been expanding you there since it entered Libra last year. So it's awesome where Jupiter is in your chart. And he's working for you all month and all year. And he is challenging Pluto in Capricorn, which gives you tremendous power. So again, you're going to have this temptation to speak your truth and tell others what you believe, and perhaps maybe they should believe what you believe, or you may be feeling this compelling drive to, share your moral compass with others, so be aware that with great power comes great responsibility, and you may feel compelled to tell others how to be and how to do and what to do. However, you may find that, again, if you're being kind and considerate and being generous, that goes a long way for you. And that you find that others are on Team Capricorn and rooting for you because they see how graceful you are with your power. They see how you are using your power wisely. And the best way to empower others is to role model your best life, to live your best life, and to role model that to others. When you role model success, when you role model happiness and joy and empowerment, they'll want to know your secret. And they'll ask you, how did you get here? How did you get to this place? How did you get to be so effective and successful at what you do? And that is the best strategy given these energies. Because with the Jupiter-Pluto, it's a very uplifting energy, but we can take things to extreme. We can go too far in what we're doing or what we're saying, and that can really push people away. And so be generous, and you will find that you are attracting what you want and doing incredibly well this month. Then Mercury enters Taurus on the 31st, and you have more energy in that very playful part of your life, having fun, being creative, enjoying your children, enjoying romance, enjoying creative self-expression. And that's a great place to put your energy, right? So for you, when you feel that energy to come up and tell others what to do or how to think or what to be, if you put that energy into your own creativity, into your own creative self-expression, you could find that you're incredibly productive this month and going into April. Now, for those of you open for love, you can date, you can go out, you can flirt, you can be having fun and socialize. It's not the best time to start a new relationship with Venus retrograde. It's not the time to start something new. That will come at the end of April and May. Wonderful time then for you to start a new relationship. For those of you coupled, this is a great time to be together and, cook at home and think about what you want to do in the home and, what you could be doing to make the home more beautiful and comfortable. Or think about, do you want to move? And, this is the energy for that, is to be focused together on home projects and being at home, maybe a home-based business, and really just putting your energy there. I'm not seeing any challenges to the money. You've got Jupiter working for you in that area and expanding you in the world. And so the money can continue to flow to you without a challenge. Career looks really good. You are in a strong position, Capricorn, a very strong position this month. And You could be moving up in your career, or there could be talks about moving up. It may not come until Venus and Mercury move direct next month, but there's certainly a lot of conversation around promoting you and moving you up in what you do. Spiritually, this is also a time to connect with the soul self, your inner being, your higher self, and allow for the universe to download to you the new codes, the new calibration, the new higher vibration. And, you know, taking time for yourself, really listening to your heart, listening to your soul, doing what feeds your soul, you will find that you really love this month. And I'm not seeing any challenges to the health. It really is a time for you to, focus on what you're doing, focus on where you're going, and do what feeds your soul. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plussing my videos. Capricorn, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, it's very easy. The link is below in the Show More section. It's also up in the cards. So until next time, Capricorn, be generous. It creates instant good karma.